Well, the Kolkata batting may have gone down pretty quick, but the bowling decided that they're not going out without a fight. And they had Bangalore up against the ropes in the power play at least. But right now, we're here to review the situation at the 10-over mark on Cricbuzz Comm Box. Bangalore still looks like they have the match in the bag, but well, that's what we thought when the game began as well. It's 59 for 3 at the halfway mark. And Harsha, got to get you in about Umesh Yadav up top. Jeez, he was fire again today, wasn't he?
Oh, he was. He was. And you look at Umesh Yadav and see what followed compared to what RCB did and what followed. RCB had KKR down 44 for 3, but in the next 7 to 16 phase, they picked up another 6 wickets. And that is what created the trouble. What RCB with the bat have managed to avoid is after losing those 3 wickets, even though they've not scored a lot of runs, they've ensured they haven't lost wickets, and the asking rate is just about 6.5, 7. So they've not lost wickets. That is the key. And I think part of the reason is they've played Sunil Narine well. And so far, Varun Chakravarti is having an off day.
Well, I mean, such an unlikely 4th wicket partnership, this, right? To hold it together, to kind of anchor the innings. You wouldn't think of David Willey and Shafin Rutherford playing that part, but that just shows, you have to have many strings to your bow when it comes to this format.
Yeah, he's an interesting character, David Willey, because he opens a lot in T20 cricket, and he opens as a slogger. He just goes and goes boom, boom, boom. He opens the batting. But now he's playing a different role. Also, remember, these two are also playing for their spot. The moment Maxwell comes back, Rutherford's gone. The moment Hazelwood comes back, Willey's gone. So Willey's trying to say, hang on, there's more than one string to my bow. And Rutherford saying, look, I can do that. I can be here too. So they're trying to win the game for RCB, but they're also trying to say, look at me. And so far they've gone well. They've got to ensure that the asking rate doesn't go 8.5 and over, and they lose wickets. But so far they're well on track.
Let's look at what the Bangalore bowlers have done. There was Umesh Yadav, of course, who was also saying, look at me, I can get this done. He was probably saying that to 9 other teams who didn't seem too interested in him in the auction. But today, look at him. His first 3 overs, 12 runs, 2 wickets. Tim Southee picking up the 1 wicket in his 2 overs. Andre Russell came in and bowled the 6th over, the last over of the power play, and was kind of expensive. Is that where kind of you felt like just foot off the pedal there for Kolkata? Should have perhaps pressed Narine in for the last over of the power play?
If the tracks continue to be like this, I won't be surprised if teams will want to play 3 full seamers so that they can use these power play overs so the ball is doing something. I mean, you talked about Umesh Yadav. If you can ever see that first wicket of Anuj Rawat, I mean, you can be Anuj Rawat, you can be anybody. That ball was just sensational. And then just playing in that corridor for Virat Kohli. Again, just a little poke over there. So, I mean, I thought they bowled brilliantly. And he's doing exactly what Trent Bolt used to do for Mumbai Indians. So, at the moment, Umesh Yadav is the pick of the tournament so far. And only one franchise went for him. They got him late. He's the pick of the tournament so far. But what they needed post that spell was for Narine and Chakravarti, not just to bowl their overs quietly, which Narine is doing, but to pick up wickets, and that's not happened.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at who Bangalore has to come for them. They've got a fair amount of batting, so, but 8.5, as Harsha is saying, shouldn't go beyond that. They have Dinesh Karthik to come, Shahbaz Ahmed, Hasaranga, Harshal Patel. So they've got, 4 batters still to come. Should get this done, unless a Comm Box curse strikes.
Yes, it does. Exactly what I was going to tell you. The Comm Box curse strikes. It has just struck. The Comm Box curse has struck.
It happened in the first innings with Simon and me as well. I'm the problem.
Yeah. So now it'll be interesting to see how they go from here, because DK likes to come and get a move on very quickly. So he might either finish the game very quickly or he might cause trouble. But they've got a wicket. This is what Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti had to do, and Sunil Naraine picked up a wicket. So now this game is a little bit more open. It's still RCB, but it's a little bit more open.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not finishing in the 12th or the 14th as it's not. Yeah, I had predicted. Placed my 1 chip on 2 different slots. But it's going to be a close game. We're going to come back after the game, of course, to discuss all that has gone down and have a look at tomorrow's game as well. Right now, thank Harsha Bhogle. I'm Gaurav Kapur. This was Cricbuzz Comm Box.